Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, hope you all had a wonderful weekend. To start things off today, I got a few kind of updates slash announcements, and then I'll get into the game. So I want to start by saying today's stream is going to be an hour or two shorter than normal. Mainly because Thanksgiving's coming up. But since I have roommates and they have more people to cook for, it's like them cooking for 5 people versus me cooking for 2. I'll be doing my cooking for the holiday this week instead of like on actual Thanksgiving, or around Thanksgiving. So, need a bit of time today to do basically cooking the pies today, and then tomorrow I will not be streaming at all because I'll be doing the full baking stuff, cooking the turkey and everything else needs to be done. So that's one announcement. Stream shorter today, no stream tomorrow. And now for a larger kind of announcement update. Doing a little pause so I know where to cut this video to make a highlight. After I'm done playing through Dragon Age Veilguard, I don't think I'm gonna be continuing streaming. It's like I have been enjoying streaming. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. Enjoy, all the games I got to share with you all the moments. It's just, I don't know, my current living situation, it's like streaming has become kind of, it feels like something I need to be doing instead of something I want to be doing, if that makes sense. Especially, becoming affiliate and all that. Most days when I get up to start streaming, it's I gotta stream today. It's I'm not as excited as I was. And it's I think part of that is, again, my, living situation. I share, a single office with my husband. So, my stream schedule has to revolve around his work schedule. So, I stream in the afternoon up until, evening while he's at work. And even though I enjoy streaming, I have a bunch of fun, it always leaves me feeling, really drained of energy after I'm done. I feel really, really tired most days after stream, which makes it real difficult to do the things I need to do around the house, like cooking, cleaning, etc. Because I don't have the energy for it. And I can't do it, earlier in the day without waking up at, a ridiculous time, I don't know, 6 in the morning or some shit. Which is, I'm not a morning person. And it's I can't stream, later in the evenings, because, my husband's home from work, and when he's off work, he wants to, chill, play games with friends. So you'd be, constantly hearing, random background conversations while I'm streaming, essentially. So yeah, I guess it's streaming's become a bit, it feels like work. And I'm a bit of a chore, and it's if things were different, I could continue, but where things are now, it's just, I don't know, a bit stressful. So I think, yeah, after I'm done with Dragon Age Veilguard, I'll be done streaming. I don't know if, permanently forever, or, eventually when, my husband and I have our own place, and I have my own office, I'll come back to it. It's just the thing with that is it'd been, a couple of years before I'm back to streaming. But, yeah, I want to say, it's not because of any of you. You've all been great. My audience has all been wonderful. You've never made me feel I have to be streaming that day. That's all on me. You've all been very chill, and I appreciate all of you. Yeah, it's just like for me at this moment in time, it's just like not something I can do while also trying to like manage the other things I have to in my life. So I just want to say like thank you all so much for all your support and hanging around. I will finish Dragon Age Veilguard before I, disappear for a while. Uh, Upload shorts from the playthrough to YouTube. Maybe, and that's a very hard maybe, very rough maybe. I might occasionally here and there post like short game stuff or like YouTube shorts to YouTube when I'm, done streaming, but, it's a very if, maybe. So, yeah, just wanted to get all that out there. I'll be like highlighting this announcement and uploading it to the YouTube and have it as a separate thing, on Twitch, so anyone who missed it knows what's going on when I'm done with Dragon Age and you don't see anything new for me. But yeah, that's also why I put pinned in Twitch the link to join the Discord server if you guys want, because I am really active on there. I hang out with like a lot of people. Well, I say a lot of people. I hang out with friends on there a lot. I try to do my best to respond to messages. Lately, we've been doing like movie night stuff, so like usually every Saturday we hang out and watch something. We've been watching Golden Kamui, if any of you are familiar with that anime lately. And yeah. Discord is there if any of you want to keep in touch when I'm done streaming. Alright, okay. All of that out of the way. Let me jump into the game. Alright, let me switch this over. That should be good. I don't know how much I have left of Veilguard. I think playtime wise I'm at what, like 35 hours? And I think looking up what it said to like do everything, your playthrough for game can take anywhere from like 50 to 70. So I'll still be around for a bit, I know I'm not streaming, I'm just kinda hide my VTuber because it lags out while Dragon Age is like loading shaders. I know I'm not streaming Wednesday, but I will be like fully streaming, Thursday and Friday. Excuse me. So yeah, I'll be around for a while still. Oh wow, the shaders are taking a really long time to load. I'm guessing there was some sort of update or something that happened. Or did it take this long to verify? How? Okay. Shaders taking forever. You're acting like I just installed this game. I guess while I'm sitting there doing nothing. Hope you all, enjoyed the streams for the amount of time I did stream. I know some of you found me, like, recently, a couple months ago. Some of you have been with me for years, which, thank you for that. But, yeah, none of my content, at least on YouTube, will be disappearing. Just FYI. Twitch deletes streams after, like, X amount of months, or, like, a month? I've never fully looked up, like, the time they last. Essentially, if it's not, like, a highlight, it gets deleted from the Twitch channel after a while. Even if it's saved in, like, a collection, so, like, a playlist. But everything will be up on the YouTube. I guess, while I'm waiting for these shaders to reinstall themselves, it feels like they're really reinstalling themselves. And, I guess I can tell you guys the food I'll be making for early Thanksgiving. So today, like it said, I'm ending stream a bit early because I have 2 pies I need to cook. So I'm making, pumpkin pie, kind of standard for the holiday. And then, first time ever, making a, like, chocolate pudding, kind of chocolate cream pie. Where it's like I have to actually melt the chocolate and, like, temper the eggs and everything on the stove. Which I bought a lot of eggs this time around from the grocery, so if I fuck up the egg bit, I can redo it. Not so much if I mess up the chocolate bit, melting the chocolate. Cause, like, the things with stuff like that, melting chocolate on, like, stove and tempering eggs, it can be easy to mess up. For anyone who doesn't know what tempering eggs is, it's like when you have, like, a hot kind of liquid or cream base that you need to add, like, some either eggs by themselves or, like, some other egg mixture too. You take a little bit of the hot, like, milk liquid, and like a couple spoonfuls, add it to the eggs, stir. Basically, so when you go to add the eggs fully to the rest of the mix, they don't scramble. You don't want, like, scrambled egg chunks in a, pie or whatever you're making. And then chocolate, thankfully, it's like, after that's done heating, you remove it from heat before adding the chocolate. Other stuff where you don't do that, though, you have to be careful, because it's, like, chocolate, or, like, anything sugary in general, it's very easy to burn. It's very easy to, like, overcook that stuff. But, the recipe seems simple enough, so I'm confident that, like, I'll do it right. Yeah. And then, Wednesday, when I'm not streaming, I'll be cooking. I got turkey breast roast, not a full turkey, because I'm only cooking for 2 people. But, like, the breast roast, that's still, like, 3 pounds of meat. Plenty for a couple of days. And then mashed potatoes and corn casserole. Which is, like, kind of a mixture of, like, cornbread with, like, other things added into it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Shaders seem to be done. Finally. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta hide myself because if I don't, I lag when things are loading. Alright. So I think we left off, what? We fought the dragon in the crossroads? Is that the last thing I did? I think so. So now that that's done, I think there were a few places I couldn't reach, but that's whatever. Not too worried about that. Yeah. I think with that, I'm gonna go back to the lighthouse real quick, see if any of the companions have anything going on. Which Tosh does, and then just Emmerich. Talk to them, and then go meet with Morrigan.
I heard you
Had a difference of opinion.
Is that all? Sounded like you were ready to kill each other.
If spite starts trouble, might come to
A bit early to jump there.
that. We're talking about a demon.
Right, yeah. Okay. Guys still aren't really getting along.
Hey, glad you stopped by. I was gonna grab drinks with the Lords of Fortune at the Hilt. Come along if you want. Get to know the Lords.
Sounds good.
Okay, stopping for drinks. Yeah. Nice. Then, what little conversation can we have with Emmerich?
With all my regards, but I don't want them to think me homesick.
Hi, Emmerich.
Rook, hello. Just composing a few letters. The other Watchers have been most interested in our adventures.
Right, yeah. Can you tell me more about the necropolis?
What's the Grand Necropolis like?
Its majesty has stilled the tongues of kings and queens. It's a haven for spirits and the dead, a vast well of history, the duty and shelter of every Watcher. We who serve it are pledged to an eternal vigil.
Oh. Like, what do you mean eternal, like... Are you talking about, yeah, even after you die, they're gonna be using you to guard the necropolis?
What do Watchers, watch for?
There are stranger and more dangerous things than spirits in the Fade, Rook. The Watchers stand against them when their shadows rise.
Anything lately?
A few portents I cannot put down solely to the chaos of the elven gods, but nothing definitive. Perhaps only shivers in the void.
Oh, okay. I feel like he's answered this, that they're...
So,
this is a no.
I've heard people call necromancers mortalitasi. What's the difference between them and the Mornwatch?
Oh, all Navaran necromancers are mortalitasi. The Watchers are a special order within them.
Very fancy.
We've certain privileges and attendant responsibilities.
Oh, like what? I'm learning
What's
so
the
much.
Mornwatch do?
Our first duty is safekeeping the Grand Necropolis and preparing the funerary dead. Another is stopping misuse of dark magic and necromancy.
Must keep you busy.
Not often, but on occasion.
Right, yeah, you mentioned being homesick?
I couldn't help overhearing the word homesick.
Oh, I'm fine. Completely absorbed in our venture. But if I were home, I'd be preparing for new students or requests to speak to the dead.
Oh. You gave up your classes to be here, huh?
You didn't stop teaching just to be with us, did you?
I'm long overdue for a sabbatical. Besides, do you know how many students the faculty wanted in my class next season? 10! How's one meant to tailor separate lessons for 10 pupils at a time? Honestly.
10's a lot? Huh. I thought it would be something ridiculous, like, you know, hundreds or... 10 doesn't seem like that much.
Can people just ask you to show up for some corpse whispering?
Oh, nothing official. There are very few of us, but we help here and there. Questioning a victim of murder, clearing up disputed wills.
Oh.
And sometimes
Handy.
fetching back last words from a loved one.
Oh.
You can get anything out of the dead and they just let you leave Navarra?
My gift has limitations. The dead only know what they did in life. What was clear under the sun is sometimes blurred when I revive them.
Makes sense.
Honestly, some conversations aren't worth the trouble. Death encourages obstinacy.
Yeah, alright.
Good to chat. I'll let you get back to your letter.
Before you go, I wanted to thank you for your company in the Memorial Gardens. There's another ceremony I have to perform there. If you'd like to visit again. Not yet, but soon.
Another date in the necropolis? Hell yeah. I like how I flirt with, like, everyone in this game. Eventually, you know, the game's gonna make me lock into, like, a choice, but for now, you know...
For now, I can't turn down spending more time with you.
How lovely to hear you say so. I'll always be glad to show you around the tombs, my dear. At your pleasure.
I'll take you up on that.
Wonderful. Until then.
Did you do I don't think we did, but it looked like I was gonna go give him a thumbs up. Like, yeah, you got it. Alright, new codex entry? Oh, Emmerich Diary Forbidden Books. I've been asked to weigh in again on texts being considered for our list of tomes and scrolls forbidden. I didn't think it was that time of year already. Well, let's see what lies in the list. Setting into the Light by Lumiere Bartlett. One new page reportedly discovered. Goodness knows how many artists have rediscovered lost pages of Bartlett's play. Still, if it has any connection with The Last King, best we move carefully. I recommend we lock away the page until we can determine its provenance. Magic of Crimson Serpents, Anonymous. Poisonously simple guide to blood magic. Tevinter's favorite forbidden practice. Poor Nev. What she must combat weekly. Let the book remain open to senior watchers, but only for purposes of teaching, detection, and defense against blood magic. Nethys, the rest is censored? Anonymous, inscribed in stone tablets? I've omitted the full title, of course. I'd give much to track down the malign spirit whispering these dictations. This would be the 5th copy we found. Banned, lest it spread, and I'm afraid we must consider whether destroying the tablets might lure out their true author. Randy Dowager, Collected Book Reviews, 938 to 942. Gold embossed edition for the true collector. Now this is ridiculous. The Mornwatch works with the dead. We have no business forbidding the harmless vices of the living. And I question whoever brought it up for consideration in the first place. Yeah, let people have their... That's like the smut column books, isn't it? This game. Cannot dismiss the idea that there might be some unknowable exchange of Feyborn spirit and human soul. Is that okay, that was a little bit. Anyone else here? No. Okay. We got a companion quest to do. And then we can go meet with Morrigan, I guess? Yeah. So, need to go to the Ravine Coast. Or is it the Hall of Valor? Hall of Valor, apparently. Bring Luke on us with us, just so I can, like, start, I don't know, increasing his rank or whatever. I like hanging out with him. It's a companion quest, so he's gonna, like, not be here for the cutscene anyway. It's just gonna be me and Tosh.
I saw the Hivernal flying by with my own eyes, big as the sky, and ready for the lords to come be heroes. We take it down, and the village nearby will eat like kings and love us for it. It had bright red and blue scales. They'll be worth a fortune, even beyond the Horde.
That's not a Hivernal. You saw a Calton's on. And she's acting normal. She's not one of the dragons blighted by the gods. Going after her would get us killed for no good reason.
Yeah, I trust Tasha's knowledge on the dragons.
I'm gonna have to side with the Lords of Fortune's resident dragon expert.
You sure you're not just scared, Tosh?
Fight it if you want. Tell us where to send your stuff after it kills you.
Aw, sorry, Cutter. Tosh gets final say. We leave the Carltons on alone.
You think I can't fight a dragon just because I don't breathe fire?
You can't fight a dragon because you don't know what you're doing.
Fine. You're the expert.
Oof.
Well, that was awkward.
Not for me.
There's rumors of another dragon off to the west. Heard anything, Tosh?
Yeah. Not sure if it's blighted like the ones that attacked Minrathous and Treviso. But it's killing people in villages near Arlethan Forest. They need help.
Well, that's glory.
It's a fire breather. They always have lairs with a horde.
Ooh.
And there's gold. Tempted yet?
We might be able to spare the time for a dragon hunt.
Can't wait to see what you find.
Yeah, finally.
Now, has Tosh told you about fighting a Gamadon storm rider in the middle of a typhoon?
Best time to catch them.
Oh, it was glorious, Rook.
Right. Finally gonna have Tasha along to fight a dragon for once. Because we didn't have them with us, what was it, at the crossroads or the other one? But, like, to be fair, the crossroads, I should have known that one was gonna be a dragon. The one in the necropolis was a surprise. I was expecting some, like, demon, like, really epic demon creature, the way it was sealed away. But no, dragon. I guess, you know, demon-possessed dragon corpse, but still, dragon. Wait, was that it? It was just that conversation? We're not gonna actually go fight the dragon? You can't bring up a dragon attacking people in the forest and have it so I can't actually go fight it, game. What is this? I'm gonna go to the coast real quick and see if the area's open yet. Which should be over here? I don't think it is, no. I feel like a bridge or something will be built to go that way. But there isn't anything yet. Alright, I guess go talk to Morrigan then. Which is Docktown, so probably switch Tosh out for Nev. Oh, I also learned some things through, you know, Twitter posts and stuff. Apparently, what city you choose to save affects how many cutscenes you get and etc. Certain quests, lines. And then also, like, what faction you choose to have Rook be. Like, some factions get more interactions and, like, dialogue stuff with, like, the NPCs than others. And from what I've noticed from, like, other people posting, it's like the game really wants you to save Minrathous over Treviso if you want to get, like, the most out of it, see the most cutscenes and stuff. And it also feels like the game really wants you to be a Grey Warden. Like, in terms of, like, companion interactions, you talk to Davrin a lot about being a Grey Warden. Like, if you were to play as a Crow, you don't talk nowhere near as much about Antiva and Crow things with Lucanus as you do with, like, Davrin and being a Grey Warden and Grey Warden things. So, like, I guess if you're looking for ultimate experience in this game, save Minrathous, be Grey Warden. Apparently, Lords of the Fortune get, like, the least interactions with, companions, and also, like, so, like, Isabella's, like, the leader of that faction, right? You, like, get next to nothing talking to them, too. Wait, hold on, let me see. What's the closest? Oh, I never went down there and grabbed it. I guess this is the closest one. Alright. Go to this and switch Tosh out real quick. Oh, also interesting, yeah, people pointed out, when you save Treviso, Nev does not get mad at you for not saving Minrathous and make it, like, so she doesn't lock you out of her romance path or make it, like, harder for you to romance her. Whereas if you don't save Treviso, Lucanus does. Like, if you don't have high enough, like, whatever, what is the little number next to the companions? What do they call that? Yeah, whatever this is. Relationship. If you don't have high enough a relationship status with, like, Lucanus, and you sacrifice Treviso, you're, like, permanently locked out of his romance option, which is interesting. But, like, Nev, like, she's upset you don't save Minrathous, but I guess she gets nowhere near as upset as Lucanus does. Which makes sense, because Lucanus, it's like, you know, his family. He just got out of, like, prison. More or less, being, like, enslaved by a bunch of mages. And, like, his family's at risk.
Please.
Alright, let's go.
So, you're not sure you can trust me, but it was your idea to hire me.
Good work!
Please, go on. So, you're not sure you can trust me, but it was your idea to hire me.
I made the suggestion. Rook made the call.
I feel like we heard this
Why?
before.
Are you worried I have ulterior motives? That I planted the idea in Rook's head for my own ends?
That wasn't where this was going.
Really? Because I'd have questions. A Tevinter mage breaks a demon-possessed assassin out of prison. What's her angle?
Mierda. And people say I'm overly suspicious.
Right.
They didn't deserve this. No one does.
Hey, now a dragon.
Oh, hey, Arden.
Some people lost their homes.
Why did Morrigan want to meet in Minrathous? Isn't she helping the Veil Jumpers in Arlathan?
Indeed. But today we have a guest, and she needed the anonymity that only a city provides.
Oh?
Well, look who it is.
Oh,
Good
our
to see you,
Inquisitor.
Grace.
Rook, you remember how Varric and I served the Inquisition? Well, this is Inquisitor Adar, the woman who led us all.
Already knows everyone. She does.
How many famous people do you know, Harding? Should I expect the Divine to show up?
She also served in the Inquisition, but we didn't talk much.
Right, yeah.
Morrigan and Harding have told me about what you've accomplished since taking over for Varric. You've put together an impressive team, and you've got the best chance, maybe the only chance, to stop Algernon and Gillenane.
Yeah, you can count on me.
I won't let you down.
Don't worry about me. Worry about the people you've recruited, and about the people depending on you. I only sealed the breach because I had people like Cassandra, Liliana, and Cullen with me from the start. Without Dorian's magic and Josephine's diplomacy, we never would have come together to stop Corypheus. Years later, I had to turn the Inquisition over to Chantry control. But I never lost the friends who had gotten me through it all. Ultimately, they're the only ones you can really count on. Do right by them, and you'll find your way.
We've got the makings of a good team, I think. We'll do our best.
And while you do so, Rook, the Inquisitor will do her best to ensure that the rest of the world remains intact.
Right, right.
A daunting prospect, given that most of the South is under siege by Darkspawn.
Oh.
It's that bad?
If not for the Inquisitor, the South would have collapsed completely. She has not been idle while you assembled your team.
Yeah, can you tell me more about what's going on there? I didn't know it was so bad.
I thought the gods were mostly active up here. It's really that bad in the south.
Algernon and Gillenane have indeed restricted their activities to the north. But the forces they deployed to the south, the strange new Darkspawn, have spread fear and corruption greater than any blight in history.
Darkspawn have cut through the center of Orlais. Valroyo and Halamsharal are barely holding out. Ferelden would have fallen already if not for help from Orzammar. With Denerim lost, the Fereldans are holding the line at Redcliffe. The Free Marches have the worst of it. Acting Viscount Aveline Valen led the evacuation of Kirkwall. She's taking her people and what's left of her army to help Prince Vale keep Starkhaven.
Maker, we didn't know. My ma...
Don't worry. I talked to the Divine, and your mother's safe with the Inquisition.
Thank you.
The Inquisition might just be an arm of the Chantry now, but we've still done our part to get people to fight this threat together. Again, the South is my problem, not yours, Rook. You stop the gods, and I'll make sure the rest of Thedas doesn't fall to the Blight.
So, they threw out some, some names in there. Evelyn was, She was one of the party members you can have in Dragon Age 2. She was the night lady, you know, she turned the city guard. I guess she's like head, I wouldn't say captain, whatever Inquisitor said. She's leading the like full of the guard. The prince they talk about, I assume, is Sebastian. Denham is just like gone. That's interesting. I like how it's always Redcliffe. That it's like, yeah, out of all the places, the only one left. Redcliffe's been through so much. And like, you know, on Origins, they had a bunch of undead roaming around. Arleman was poisoned, almost died. And then, Inquisition, it's like the mage refugees were hanging out in there and kind of took over the city. Well, it's like some Tevinter mage came in and like took over for a bit, and then we had to kick him out. Interesting. Yeah, we kind of need like an army to fight the gods. We don't really have one.
I have a team, but not much in the way of forces. If there's any military support you can spare?
I'm sorry. Our forces in the south are stretched thin already. And I'm afraid the Grey Warden leadership doesn't think much more highly of me than they do of you.
The Inquisitor did not come all this way to leave you with empty words, however. She brought something no one else could.
A wolf statuette. We've found others like it in the crossroads. Where'd you find yours?
I found it right around the time Solus's ritual failed, when he was pulled into the Fade. We've examined the magic, and it's tied to the Veil. To him. Somehow.
Solus is ancient, and his magic is part of him in a way far beyond that of mortals. I suggest you take it to the crossroads and see if something in the lighthouse calls to it. Perhaps it will yield some insight into your new ally.
Right. Yeah, because I still don't trust him. Sorry, Solus,
I appreciate
don't.
it. Solus has been helpful while he's trapped in the Fade. But anything that can help me get inside his head will help counter him getting inside mine.
Wisely spoken. Solus rarely lies directly, but he finds ways to weave the truth into a noose you find yourself wearing.
Morrigan is right. Solus is dangerous. Anything that gives us some insight into his plans. He fooled us all before, and the whole world nearly paid the price for it.
We should go, Inquisitor. The armies in the south need you.
Right. Harding, stay sharp. You're my eyes in the north.
Always, Inquisitor.
Rook, good luck. If I come across anything else that can help, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you.
Also, another thing to add to, like, I guess, what you get the most interactions for a playthrough. Female elf inquisitor that romance
We should
Solus.
take a break. Head back to the lighthouse.
Will give you a lot of unique kind of interaction as well. So it's like, save Minrathas, be a Grey Warden, have Inquisitor be elf that romance Solus. It seems to be like the ultimate, you will see more or less everything kind of playthrough. Which is funny, because that's what my second side playthrough is. So I was just like, man, I guess I should have just done that. But this is fine. I have an Inquisitor from, like, when I played, Inquisition on stream. Works out. Still.
Rook, just got word. First Warden's calling everyone back to Weishaupt. Everyone except me, seems like. Guess the First Warden didn't like me joining your team.
Oh.
Calling Wardens back from all over Thedas is a big step. Did he give any reason why?
Not exactly, but I've heard rumors of a massive Darkspawn horde on the move. Even hearing there's an archdemon with them.
Yeah, it has to be the gods. Varric kinda told us this was gonna happen and is narrating,
The timing can't be a coincidence. The gods must be behind this.
I bet they are. Rook, if the gods have an archdemon, Warden lore says archdemons only show up during a blight. Doesn't say anything about elven gods. Seems like the rules have changed, and we're going in blind. We need to know what we're up against.
I'll talk to Solus. See if he knows anything about any of this. Make sure the others are ready to move.
The siege of Weisshaupt is being, hold on. I got a missive. From the Inquisitor, I assume? Yeah. Message from the front, the fight for the south, Rook. Though the circumstances prompting our meeting were perhaps not what either of us would have chosen, I'm glad we did meet. I'd heard of you from Varric, of course, and Harding spoke, and continues to speak highly of you. Aww. However, the greatest vote of confidence came from Morrigan. She's always had a knack for spotting those who might shift the foundations of the world, even if they don't know it yet. So it was she who suggested we meet, and as always, heeding her counsel proved to be the wisest decision. Unfortunately, I send grim tidings. The echoes of Solus's ritual and the escape of the gods ring across the south, and the smell of war is heavy in the air. In Orlais, a splinter faction of the nobility has made common cause with the Venatori and launched an assault on both the royal forces of Orlais and the border keeps of Ferelden. Untom corsairs harass shipping out of Ostwick. In the far southern wilds, blight has emerged once more. Darkspawn in great numbers have been spotted near the ruins of Ostagar. But I told you to leave this out to me, and I stand by that. Share this news not to ask for help, but to remind you that you and your people are not alone. God stir up the greatest evils in Thedas, yet its people stand stalwart and resolute. Take care of the gods in the north, and I'll make sure that the south handles itself. And when this is all over, we'll drink to victory. First round's on me. Yours, the Inquisitor. Oh, nice. So, okay, yeah, that happened. Wait, I never looked. Companions? Yeah. Davern and Harding wanna talk. Should probably, yeah, do their stuff. I think Harding's his companion quest before Weisshaupt, because that feels like another, you know, like the whole Treviso and Rathus thing, like another major event kind of deal.
Manifestation.
Workshop is at rank 8 now. We're almost maxed out. Harding?
Any luck tracking down your mystery friend?
The Shaper didn't like me asking about Shaper Valta.
Of course.
Or harassing people with talk of dwarven magic.
Of course. They're always no help.
Wish we had time to head down there and show them what you can do.
I don't think that would have helped.
But think how satisfying it would be.
Yeah. What's satisfying about being thrown in a Deep Roads prison? Orzammar takes its heritage very seriously.
So, what now?
I was thinking, the voice said look to those closest to the stone. What if she never meant Orzammar?
Eh?
There is another great Tig, the original capital of the dwarves, Kal Shirak. It was lost during the First Blight, and its people survived in isolation for hundreds of years. They re-emerged, some 20 years ago?
And you think they're close to the stone?
Orzammar can't help. What have I got to lose?
True. I didn't know Kel-Sharok, like, survived that long, cut off from, like, everything else. I mean, yeah, I'd say, you know, fully trapped in the deep roads underground, they are the closest to the zone.
I'm curious about Kel-Sharok's isolation.
The dwarves took heavy losses during the first blight. To stop the Darkspawn from overrunning them, they closed off passages in the deep roads. Those that could retreated to Orzammar. Kel-Sharok was lost. They abandoned the city and its people, sealed them away with the Darkspawn.
Yeah, that's kinda fucked. I know they had
There
no
must
choice,
have been
but it's
another
still
way.
fucked.
What they did was monstrous.
Can you imagine being trapped, knowing death was coming?
But they didn't die. The rumors...
That the dwarves of Kel-Sharok had to change to survive? No one's really sure what that means exactly.
When we find them, you can ask.
Yeah, so what do we do?
How do we get in touch with these Kel-Sharok dwarves?
Already working on it. You don't spend 10 years in the Inquisition without making contacts. I should have a meeting set up by the time we're ready to leave.
Ooh, nice. Wait, are we actually going to Deep Roads? Like, Dwarven City? For this one? Because that'd be dope. Yeah, we are! Destination available to Deep Roads. I appreciate that, like, every single Dragon Age game has you go down there eventually. Because it really is, like, important, like, lore-wise. For a lot of things now, actually. It's like, that's where the Darkspawn are, like, they live more or less when there isn't an active blight and they're on the surface. It's like deep underground, the deep roads areas. And then also, like, the whole thing with, like, Lyrium being alive and, like... We have essentially, like, a journey to the center of the earth, or, like, a, if you look, like, the Godzilla universe, the recent new movies and stuff, and the Monarch TV series, the Hollow Earth theory stuff, where it's like another world inside our world. Like, there's very much like that going on in Dragon Age as well. So when you do the Descent DLC in Inquisition, it's like there's an entire ocean and like plant life and like light. It looks like sunlight down in the deep roads, the very like depths. And then like the giant lyrium heart or whatever.
Okay, that's enough. Quiet now. Fine. Who wants a treat?
You know, bribery is just probably gonna make it worse.
You know, bribery just encourages bad behavior.
It's only a bribe if I had a treat.
Ah, ends justify the means.
A little white lie to quell the riot.
Are you sure it's little to them? And there's your answer.
Come on, guys, give me a break. Rook?
Yeah, be nice to Davarin, guys.
Guys, Davrin's really tired. Trying to fight archdemons and evil gods. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Sorry.
Wait, you can't just leave me with
He's so upset. His face.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, you started this mess. You can... you can deal with it. Listen, I tried, man. You shouldn't bribe them with treats, you know? Well, yeah, of course Harden's with us. Let's do... Ooh, cash? Yeah.
Thanks for coming, Rook. I hope the Kalsharok dwarves have some answers.
I like how I started this game being like, yeah, 100% gonna romance Lucanus, but now, you know... Emmerich, though. It's falling between those two. However, like, it, like, fully does the romance thing for first. It's probably still gonna be Lucanus, just because... I think we flirted with him more and have more relationship standing.
Making the rest of us look bad, Rook.
Alright, let's go. Oh! Look at that!
I'm supposed to meet someone named Veilguard? He told me to come here. He seemed nice in his message.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out how nice they are. The buildings, though, like... compared to, like, other dwarven areas we've gone to in, like, previous games, this one still looks, like, very intact. Like, they sealed Kalsharok away, but it looked like it was thriving. Even with the Darkspawn, like, jeez.
So you don't actually know who or what this Veilguard is?
A new friend, I hope.
Alright,
We're supposed to meet Veilguard here.
Trouble ahead.
That had to hurt.
Got him good, Rook.
For the rest of us, Rook.
That has to be Veilguard.
hello.
Veilguard?
Yes.
Well, you're the...
Lace Harding, of the Inquisition.
Wait, how do you know about...
And this is the one they call Rook? De la Morte, the Crow.
Wait, he knows all of
So
us?
you've heard of us?
You have brought a strange assortment to our gates, Lace Harding.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Thanks
help.
for meeting with us. I really hope you can help Harding.
You are gracious in your address. It is not necessary. Tell me what you wish.
I'm looking for someone touched by the Ancients. Does that mean anything to you?
Yes, she has been waiting for you. Follow, and keep your weapons ready. The roads are dark. The creatures there even more so.
They got some interesting looking armor going on, too.
You
I
are staring.
don't think so.
What? No.
You
want to know if you can see the corruption you hear we carry.
Sorry. I shouldn't have.
A person will do almost anything to survive. That is what my people did. Become like the Darkspawn, or be destroyed by them.
Not much of a choice.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're like the Darkspawn?
Kal Sharok was abandoned to its fate many generations ago, when the Darkspawn first came. We lost many, some to the corruption, some by their own hand, and some found another way. Atuva Galta Satot. The stone is colder than death, as they say.
Okay.
Darkspawn.
As of this game, and I guess it was mentioned in, like, maybe Inquisition, maybe actually the end of Origins, Kal Sharok got rediscovered. Like, they sealed it away during the First Blight, and everyone assumed all the dwarves in that kingdom died. But apparently they did it. They managed to survive somehow. And that's where we are now. So, as of now, it's Orzammar and Kal Sharok, and maybe a few other, like, minor tides.
Great hit, Rook.
I think Orzammar is still, like, the
Got him in
largest
position.
dwarven kingdom that exists.
They're down.
Like, we're in Kal Sharok right now. It's apparently the person Hardy needs to talk to about being an earthbender is here.
At least it smells better than the ossuary.
Not far now. Blight. It grows too quickly these days, and it feels different.
You can feel the blight?
Many from Kal Sharok can, somewhat. Long story. The corruption here has its root elsewhere. Destroy it, and this growth will become vulnerable.
Destroy the source of the blight growths? We can do that.
Considering
I
they've
will
been
stay
cut
on
off
guard
from,
here.
like, the rest of the world and other dwarven society for, like, hundreds of years or whatever, they probably don't have the caste system like Orzammar does. Because their whole thing was, like, surviving whatever means necessary. Like they just mentioned, because they were trapped in here with, like, Darkspawn for a really long time. Guess we go up the elevator?
Lift's stuck. Looks like a rock wedged in the mechanism.
I might be able to help with that.
Oh, oh, there we go. Well, no, I saw it for a second. There we go.
You got it.
Oh, hey. Hey, Chungus. Yeah, caste system sucks. Doesn't help that the Shaper it, like, anything that goes against, you know, the caste system, or, like, how Dwarven society is currently, they're like, nope, doesn't exist. So the whole thing about, the Descent, you know, DLC and Inquisition, the Titans and everything, it's just like, nope. I don't know what you're talking about, doesn't exist. They refuse to acknowledge any of that.
I bet it's this way.
Crimes less than origins? Oh. I mean, the major crimes being committed are by, like, the gods, and I guess Venatori, so... Hey, Otto.
Be ready.
Alright, there's one of the ones that got break. What is that way over there? It looks like a red crystal.
Heard ya.
Oh, how am I? How am I gonna jump to that? I mean, okay, I actually can. I was like, that doesn't seem like it'd be easy to reach. Then I guess drop down here.
Spite says there are eyes on us.
Oh, that's great. We're being watched by what? That wouldn't crush though, that melts. Lava's hot.
Don't just stand there! I hate fighting Darkspawn. And they're everywhere down here. What are the chances we won't see any more of them?
Oh, that's very unlikely. Harding, we're in the deep roads. Torn journal page. I was wide awake again before the third mart. It's 4 days in a row now. Swear it's that hum, constant and deep, coming from all around. No one hears it in the waking hours above all the activity. As I was lying there, I saw the glow again, red, and passing from the shadow of one rock to another. Tried to wake Farah to prove I wasn't just seeing things, but she sleeps deep. Lucky her. When I was making the first run in Dark Souls 3 and I was there to offer more support. Oh, yeah, nice. Hate fighting the series' primary goons, right? To be fair, she complains, I saw recently a video of, like, when you go in the deep roads with Varric in, like, 2. Harding still complains way less than Varric did about being in the deep roads and dealing with Darkspawn. It's like non-stop for a good couple of minutes with him. Did I say Dark Souls 2 or Dragon Age 2? feel like I'm, mixing game titles again. Oh, we're sliding. Okay, we're back. Was there something else I missed somewhere? We went all the way that way, right? Or is there a path right there? Hold on a second. Oh, I just saw, for a second, I saw it. Someone ran by.
Did anyone else see that? I thought I saw someone.
Someone down here?
Maybe it was just a shadow.
Oh, I saw it too, Harding, don't worry. The game's, like, pulling, like, horror movie shenanigans on us.
Got it.
I can't break that one yet. This one first.
Of course.
It wants us to climb up there.
I'm on it.
Oh, to get over there. Okay, I see.
Leave it to me.
Alright, so don't fall, like ever. Long way down into lava. Oh yeah, no, I'll still be... Yeah, this Saturday I should be able to do, I guess it's become anime night now, at the moment. But yeah, I should be able to do it again, this weekend. Yeah, we'll make it through Golden Key.
Destroy this blight and get out of here.
You got it. People wearing people's faces on their faces. Fashion. Yeah. It's got some, you know, it's got its weird
Light's cleared out.
charm
Think
to
we can
it.
get through the door now? Let's go check with Stalguard.
Well, hold on, there's... Oh, I cannot make that jump. I was gonna say, there's this way. I'll die trying to go that way. Yeah. Okay, that just goes back. Not for streams, no, it's just in the Discord I do like movie night stuff. usually on Saturdays. Though lately we haven't been watching movies, we've been watching anime. Okay, kinda gross. Got showered and all of that, you know?
You did good work. The blight growths have weakened.
So, we can keep going?
Yes. Come.
Doing lyrium sanctum. We watched a few movies. What are you talking about? We watched that one
Mind
about
yourself
like the
and show
restaurant
respect when you enter the sanctum.
like
Yes,
witch
of
lady
course.
or whatever.
But who are we meeting?
I will let her speak for herself.
The witchy
But
vibe
we
movie.
of Kalsharok revere her deeply for being one with the stone. They say she was once from Orzammar, but she speaks very little of her past.
Well, you want to go that way?
This
I wanna
space is
explore.
completely free of blight.
This person I'm going to see. I think she's keeping the blight away somehow.
We watched that. We watched. I can't
The
remember the
song.
witch movie.
Do you
the
hear
cookie
it?
one. We watched
Coming from all around us.
There
the
is
Salem
something
Slot
about it.
remake.
I have never felt spite so quiet.
We watched
Feels
Godzilla
like
that
it's
one time.
echoing through my entire being. Like I'm part of the melody, and it's calling me home.
The Godzilla Kong like buddy cop movie more or less. We watched that one.
I would love to look around more. Do you think Stalgard would mind?
I think you'd be
Fine with it? Yeah. Sorry, Rook, cut you off. Foreman's log, first excerpt. It's seriously confusing in season 1, all the Ainu dialogue had Japanese subtitles. Yeah, in the English dub for whatever reason, where it would have been important. Which is funny, because the Japanese, original language, the subs, the English subs translate the Ainu. So it's like, okay. Guess you just miss out in season 1 watching dub. The upper sections were stripped when the Baldacines were stewards of the Hollow. Historical records and evidence indicate that the entire cavern was lined with lyrium. Shafts were dug to access the mineral deeper down, but the sudden fall of House Baldacine derailed those plans. Second Blight left the entire site inaccessible, and the project was abandoned.
fine with it.
Alright, okay. Very fancy. Are these all, like, functioning? Because that's floating. These statues have, like, floating bits. But it also makes me wonder, are these, like, golems? Functioning golems? Or are they just statues? Oh yeah, I'm loving Veilguard. What's crazy is, so the... What is it? The Game Awards is going on now, and, Veilguard didn't get nominated for anything except, like, I think sound and, like, accessibility. They put Shadow of the Erdtree, which is DLC, up for Game of the Year. Which I've seen a lot of people, like, debating that. Like, there should be, like, a DLC expansion category where Shadow of the Erdtree should have gone. And I agree a lot with that sentiment, because it's like, if you can't play Shadow of the Erdtree without playing base Elden Ring first, it shouldn't be able to be nominated for Game of the Year, in my opinion. Like, you have to have base Elden Ring, and you have to play through base Elden Ring quite a bit to even get into the DLC, so I don't know why it's, like, taking up Game of the Year slot, like one of the slots, when some other newer game that came out could have been in there. Silent Hill 2 Remake isn't even one of the nominations for Game of the Year. And that is crazy to me. With how good Bloober Team did for that game. Wild. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, a lot of people are like, alright, they're just trying to make an excuse to give, like, Elden Ring Game of the Year twice. Which, it's what it feels like. Like, I know I haven't played the DLC, I know everyone says it's amazing, but I feel like it should be in its own category, like DLC category, not Game of the Year category. Because it's not a game. You need another game to play that. And the Future Rules DLC can be nominated. Personally, it's unfair to put attached content in for a separate year. Yeah, exactly. Like, they should just make a DLC expansion category, you know? And, like, it could be nominated for that. And then if you want, like, I know there's, like, writing and, like, story categories and stuff like that. Have it in there as well. Or, like, gameplay. But not Game of the Year. Because it's not, again, it's not like a standalone game. How's the DLC better in Remake, isn't it? Yeah, exactly, I don't know. What I was surprised by that being Game of the Year, but I also saw Balatros in there for Game of the Year, and I was like, I haven't played it, Balatro, but I have played, Dave the Diver and Balatro did a crossover, so I played it in Dave the Diver, essentially, and I was like, I understand why everyone likes this, and I understand why it's Game of the Year competitor. Because it is very fun and very addictive. Yeah, Balatro is crazy addictive, yeah. So I get that, which is like, I think that's Balatro's also an indie game. That being in Game of the Year makes sense. Shadow of the Erd Tree is like, that sounds sus, and again, I've taken issue words with the mountain-sized grain of salt. Right, yeah, it's like the all of the movie awards, right? Like the Emmys and Grammys and so, all of those. Like, a lot of things get nominated that you don't think should, or like put in weird categories they shouldn't be in. Yeah, so I don't take it serious either, but it's just like, I've seen a lot of debate on like places like Twitter and stuff over Shadow of the Erd Tree being in there for Game of the Year. He's like, please, you've had enough awards around Elden Ring already, right? Yeah. Like, it could have been, like, they should have had, like, again, I said, DLC as its own category. Because I feel like there are other more deserving games, newer games, that could have done with the Game of the Year slot Shadow of the Erd Tree's taking up. I can't remember, because I did vote on the Game Award stuff. I know Silent Hill 2, the remake, is in there for certain things, and, like, Dragon Age Veilguard's in there for accessibility settings and, like, one other thing. It wasn't in there for RPG, weirdly enough. Like, best, RPG. Which I can kind of get, because, like, people are, like, hit or miss with the writing of this one. But, Yakuza was in there, though, but that's unsurprising, because Yakuza is always really good. The newest Yakuza game. Or I guess Like a Dragon is what the franchise is called now, but, yeah. It's like poker on crack, yeah. Balatro was really fun. Like, after playing that little crossover event, the Diver, I was like, yeah, I'd buy the full game. I'd buy the actual game of this. I understand why everyone really likes this. Like, winning a match with, like, a single move, like a single hand, it's just so satisfying. Foreman's log, second excerpt. She told them about the sign called that scar. Deschers figured she was talking about the mine at Valdecine's Hollow from ancient times. Lost in the second blight, they said. Listen, and I will show you how, she replied. Then she went silent for 8 days, and all of them went home but one. All Vescar, the place that waits. I mean, because I could be able to purchase more psychedelics for Bloodborne Revengeance? Yeah. I still think it's wild Bloodborne will never get a PC release. Like, officially. There is someone who more or less made emulation of Bloodborne, so you could technically play it on a PC, just not official. Now. Because that game would sell like crazy if it came out on PC. Everyone loved Bloodborne. But yeah, I already forgot a lot of the other nominees for Game of the World. Silent Hill 2 was in there for sub, Dragon Age Veilguard accessibility, Blatro, Shadow of the Earth Tree, weirdly. The newest Like a Dragon game was in there. Oh, there was ones for like most anticipated game, and I think that's probably gonna go to GTA 6 or whatever. So I'm more excited for Death Stranding 2, because I've never played a GTA game. And then oh, I guess, you know, Final Fantasy XIV for like best reoccurring game, obviously. It was in there as a nominee. That and like community stuff. Yeah, the fact that we still have so many console exclusives out there is obnoxious. Literally zero technical reason for it, right? Though PlayStation, Sony though, at least after the debacle of like the sales for Final Fantasy 16, they were like, all right, we're probably not doing exclusives anymore, because it's like, I think Sony's finally realized they can make more money if they offer their games on both console and PC. So, you know, at least Sony has plans to change in the future. Nintendo's probably still the worst when it comes to, like, you have to have one of our systems to play any of our games. And any of our older games, if we bring them back, you're paying full price for. Which is insane. Right, like, Sony's allergic to profit at times, yeah. I feel like we're gonna have to fight something here. They got, like, the health. They got quite a few of the healing jars everywhere. The one to get my ultimate back. This feels like a battle area.
We have arrived.
But I don't see anyone.
There. She's waiting.
Well, hold on. I wanna grab things before meeting mysterious whatever. Nintendo, they spend more money on lawsuits than game design sometimes? Oh, for sure, yeah.
Thank you for leading her here, Stalguard. They call me the Oracle.
I don't know what I was expecting. Giant talking statue.
That's incredible.
Yes, she is.
I know you. Don't I?
Once I was Volta, as you were Lace, then
That's
Scout,
Volta?
and now something else.
All this. Is this what I am? Am I like you?
I cannot tell you what you are, Look within and remember. Remember when the earth was alive and the Titans walked the land. In one voice they sang a chorus of creation and of connection.
Isatuno. The song.
When the Titans fell, we awoke, but the melody was already lost.
The dwarves.
We were always just shattered fragments of a greater whole.
The stone sense. My magic. It's Titan magic. But why? Why did this happen? Why do I remember Isatuno? What happened to the Titans?
There's something else here. It's found you.
Oh, yep, I was running the fight. So, that lady. That was the dwarf lady we helped in the Descent DLC in Inquisition. And I guess now she resides inside giant statue? She became the Oracle. Exclusives just show that the console market is completely artificial. Propped up by exclusives? Right, yeah.
Get ready.
Ow. Ooh, rapid stone.
I didn't do anything.
We need to close it.
Why is it mad at me?
Deep stalkers. That construct probably riled up the wildlife.
Watch the teeth.
Well done.
Well, we get rid of, oh well. Oh, you good? That was it? I guess, you know, after fighting Dragon in the Crossroads, everything's gonna feel a bit easier. You know, fighting, like, level 50 Dragon, like, level 30, 31. Be more players in Torment, right?
Everyone alive?
Did you feel it? Fury. Such fury. And with you as its mark.
Me? But why?
Good question. Harding hasn't done anything bad, right?
There are horrors in the depths. They have awakened to you now. Look within for your answers. And beware.
No, wait! I have more questions!
Huh.
She does that. Riddles, riddles, riddles. Oh, I'm a rock.
But those weren't answers! She gave me nothing! Come back! Make her come back!
Harding?
Ugh. It's alright. I'm alright. Sorry. We're done. Let's just get out of here.
I mean, yeah, I have a reason. I guess I understand why she's upset. She learned pretty much nothing, really.
Oh, hey.
Or like a very slight thing that powers come from the Titans, and that's pretty much it.
You look like you could use someone to talk to.
I'm that obvious?
Well, you're being uncharacteristically quiet.
I try to be cheerful. It helps me, and I think it makes other people feel better. But since we saw the Oracle, I don't know.
You're allowed to feel off balance. That experience with the Oracle was intense.
But I got nothing out of her except vague hints and even more vague warnings. This was supposed to be a good thing.
One small hurdle doesn't erase what's good about this.
I just wish I knew what to do.
Just, I guess, focus on the job for now, right? We got gods to kill.
We can't let this distract us from the elven gods.
I'm not distracted. I'm confused and concerned. But I suppose we do have other problems. I'm grateful for all your encouragement. This would be so much harder without your support.
Why do they keep bringing up that
Anytime.
tidbit that I've mentioned for every
Harding left the Oracle's sanctum disappointed. Maybe she'd expected too much. Maybe there were no answers to be had. Seething with questions, she forgot the Oracle's dire warning. But far below the surface, something was moving. Determined to be seen, and fighting to be remembered.
Okay, see, that favorite Kino narration was a little more, vague than when he was like, well, Weisshop's gonna be attacked soon. See, I like that, because we still don't know what's coming after Harding. We got news? We got a missive. To Rook and Harding, the Veil Jumpers. Erilyn said she'd get this to you. I just wanted to thank you both for coming to my aid in around the Twin Forest. I separated from my crew and took a tumble into a ravine, injured my leg, and only barely managed to drag myself to that small ruin for shelter. When you found me, I'd been lying there for over 2 days. Vultures were starting to gather. Now I'd be dead now if you hadn't found me. Harding, I hope you find the answers you seek about your stone magic. Hope it helps to know that your abilities saved at least one life. Mine, Varen. Oh, that's nice. That feels like this note came way late. Welcome to the chat room. Yes, thank you for reminding me, Twitch. Oh, yeah. It's like at least 3 times the stream. I see that pop up. Harding's notes on the Oracle. Shaper Volta joined with a Titan. Now the Kalsharok dwarves call her the Oracle. She talks to them by possessing a stone figure. Thought says the Oracle's physical self still exists somewhere. Does she pass her consciousness through the stone? Or is she just a stone figure that sometimes wakes up? Can she move rock too? Why won't she give me straight answers? Has the connection to the Titan changed how she experiences the world? Is that why she communicates strangely? There are moments where I feel like time is different, or that space is different. I end up talking in riddles too. Why does no one know what happened to the Titans? How loudly can I scream without everyone hearing me? Oh, it's alright, Harding. We'll figure it out. I feel like I passed the miscellaneous one. Yeah, I was in there something. I wonder if it'll show up in miscellaneous notes. Apparently, another thing I saw on Twitter is there's a note that I think is between Emmerich and Lucanus that is like a cake recipe. And apparently it is an actual cake recipe. Like, you can take the recipe from the game and make the cake. People have made the cake, and apparently it's really good. Though I don't think we've had any interactions with those two yet to, you know, get cake recipe. R2 and then tab. Oh, that's like a little surge for my laser ability. Overcharge your range tag, spending 200% of the usual mana to deal 200% damage. Giving it the power to detonate sundered targets. We'll do that one. That other one requires you to be level 40 now. Ugh. I mean, there's an anime with the end theme as a recipe for an omelet? Oh, neat. I know there are, like, a lot of people, some game companies themselves make, like, cookbooks for their games. Others, it's like, the Final Fantasy XIV cookbook was made by a blogger and then, like, officiated by Square Enix, so you can buy it on, like, Square Enix's website and stuff. Because I own the Final Fantasy XIV cookbook. It's like someone went through, like, the in-game crafting and cooking recipes and made them into actual recipes you can make. It's just like, you know, some games it's like they throw in cooking stuff, but it's, like, not actual cooking. It's like the ingredients or, like, the measurements are off. So it's always nice when it's something you can actually make. I might make the Dragon Age Veilguard cake. Because it's like a chocolate hazelnut cake, and it sounds pretty good. Damage versus barrier, or damage versus armor? Do damage versus armor, I think. You gain immovable. What would immovable even do? Like, I can't get knocked back, I assume? Where's the battle combat terms? Also, a YouTube channel that mostly just recreates food from various games and other fandoms? Oh, yeah. Immune to physical reactions and interruptions, so your attacks don't get interrupted. And I assume no, like, getting knocked back and stuff like that. I don't know if I'd use that. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. We, that was our last side quest. We can't... This area isn't open yet, and... I guess we have this thing in the lighthouse. Find a way to use the wolf statue in the lighthouse. That's our other thing to do before the siege on Weishaupt. Oh, that's, interesting, okay. I assume it's, like, not up there, it's inside somewhere.
cannot do this, Algernon. You swore that we would give up our commands when this horrific war was over.
Our people need our leadership. If you're unwilling, leave.
Our people must rebuild, and we must help unite them.
So, we did not fight for freedom, but to conquer this land and our own.
We fought to win, and now the Evenuris are as gods. I do not answer to Mythal's annoying lapdog.
The people are afraid. They must believe in something.
They need strength.
And wisdom.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
Every lapdog hides a wolf inside.
Ooh. Oh my god. Shut up. I hate them even more when they're like monologuing at me.
That was strange. They were speaking Elven, but I understood it.
I believe we have experienced a memory in each of our native languages.
Not just any memory. One of the Dread Wolves.
And the mages who declared themselves my gods? Well, mine and Davrin's, and Rook's.
Yeah, bad.
It's not every day you witness the start of a religion. I wonder if they're all this disappointing.
I wish they were monsters. Something grand and terrible. Seeing them like that, they're no better than Tevinter nobles.
But no worse, either. They were people. And people can let you down.
All right. What else can we take from this memory?
Elgranon was hungry for power. Did anything he could to get it, and to hold on to it.
Then Solus, furious at Elganon's installing himself as a despot, started his rebellion.
There's another moving part in this. Mythal. She was keeping the peace.
Mythal and Solus were close. The Inquisition found a temple to Mythal, and there were wolf statues everywhere.
Then she sides with Elgernon over him. A betrayal.
Right. I think it was I think it's more or less hinted in Inquisition that Solus, like, loved Mythal. Like, that was his first, like, love. You know, and then if you play, you know, Elven Inquisitor, then I guess second. So, yeah, that must have hurt real bad. Yeah, no wonder he got angry.
It sounded like Solus was loyal to Mythal.
Disapproves.
Elganon call him Mythal's lapdog? And then she grabs power alongside Elganon instead of standing for her principles. I'd be angry too.
Angry enough to start a rebellion?
That's not how he'd see it. He didn't destroy the world. Elganon did. Solus did what he considered necessary to stop him.
Solus would try to justify what he did, but he'd also blame himself for what happened.
These murals aren't simply memories. They're what Solus wishes to forget.
Same with Morrigan.
His regret. That means they're a way to learn his weak points.
Why are we worried about Solus? He's trapped.
Right. But the Dread Wolf was the god of trickery. He's looking for a way out. Bet on it.
Meanwhile, keep your eyes open in the crossroads. If there's a way to restore the rest of these murals, Solus would have kept it in his hideaway. It'd be nice to get inside his head for a change.
I mean, I've already been collecting the wolf fragments. Can I just use them? I wonder if I had to wait until this, like, actual main game thing to use all of those. Because we got, like, what, 4 or 5 of them? From doing other little memory things in the Fade? Where do I put them all in, like, the same spot? Or is it these? The murals along the walls. Like, they obviously go in these stands, and I have them. Why can't I just use them now? I don't know, like a quest. It says, yeah, view a memory in the lighthouse. Oh, I have to do them in a specific order, I guess. So what's this one?
I was not certain you would come.
You were the one who walked away. I never turn my back when my friend needs me.
The Evanurus seek the magic of the Blight.
Impossible. The Blight is safely sealed away forever.
Though I wish I could believe you, I have sensed the breaking of the wards.
I will investigate your claims. If they forget the danger of the Blight, I will endeavor to remind them.
What if, instead, you left the Evanurus and remained with me? Do you not wish for freedom from this struggle?
Be at peace, love. I will stop them.
As you must. The Blight is our mistake.
Oh. I wonder if they're gonna show who exactly, because Mythal gets like murdered or something.
Did Mythal call Solus love in that memory?
That's what it sounded like.
So they were doing it.
The elven gods were free
Yes,
with their
Tosh.
emotions. They felt things deeply. The way they expressed things, well, it feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was. Back then, I mean.
Nah, they were doing it.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, they were absolutely doing it.
Being with someone you're rebelling against? Doesn't sound like Solus.
He also met her in secret and talked about how they could run off together.
Yeah, that's
It
very
sounded
obvious.
so tragic and romantic.
Oh, wait. Never mind. That does sound like him.
So the Dreadwolf goes to Mythal. They might be fighting, but they have history.
And he warns her about the other gods using the Blight. That's more important than his rebellion. It's like kingdoms coming together when an archdemon rises.
Mythal didn't think it was possible. She said the Blight was sealed away. There's an old legend about it. Davrin, the one with Andrul's armor. Not sure it matters.
Wait, what? Old legends? I want to tell the story.
I've heard that story too. The armor of the void, right?
Yes, Andrul, the goddess of the hunt, put on armor made of something called the void, and it drove her mad.
And the other gods were
that
worried
sounds like
because she was doing
Rebellion.
horrible things.
Sounds like an elven god twisted by the corruption of the Blight.
Right. And then Mythal turned into a dragon and fought Andrul in a huge battle.
She what? Why didn't you start with that?
Anyway, she took Andrul's armor away. Then Andrul's madness left, and peace returned.
Intriguing. So it's possible Andrul stumbled onto the magic of the Blight.
And when Andrul went mad, Mythal took it from her and locked it away.
Until someone started using it again.
I guess it's more like the actual blight. Like Red Lyrium, it's like blighted Lyrium, obviously. But still, armor made solely from the blight, like, that was never gonna be a good idea. What were they thinking?
The Blight's one of the only things that really scares Solus. He came to Mythal afraid.
And she took it seriously, too.
So Mythal goes off to investigate what Solus says. Then, what? It's too clean.
Seems plenty messy with them doing it.
But this isn't just a memory. It's something
Gosh,
Solus wanted to
you know.
hide. What's the crime? What did we see here that he feels guilty about?
I think I might know. When the Inquisitor was saving the world from the breach, she met Mythal.
What? Like in a dream?
It was complicated. She helped the Inquisition. There was a magic pond and a dragon.
Nice.
The point is, she also said the other elven gods betrayed her, killed her.
Right, yeah. Which, I don't know. No, I was like, what if there's some twist and it was actually Solus? Because he is the god of lies and treachery and deceit and yada yada yada. Rebellion. Yeah, she did say that, and then like the very end credits cutscene, Mythal, who's within Flemeth, turns into a statue. So, like, is permanently dead now, I guess. Depending on the story, right?
Okay, sorry, point of order. If they killed Mythal, how was she still around to help the Inquisition?
Elven god magic? She'd spent centuries gathering strength and sharing people's bodies, I think.
If it was a truly benign possession, that speaks to her character.
I mean, technically yes, because she was inside Flemeth, and Flemeth's whole deal of possessing bodies is it has to be one of her daughters, and the daughter has to be willing.
Solus tried to do the right thing by warning Mythal about the other gods using the Blight, but he got her killed.
Well, it's not just that she died.
What do you mean, Tosh?
It's... Ugh. There was stuff he wanted to tell her, but he waited too long, and then she was dead. He never got to make it right. That twists you up.
That's it. There's our crime.
Doesn't really tell us anything we can use, though.
We know more than we did. That's something.
Then I guess we keep our eyes open if we come across more of these memories.
Right, which I have more. We're just gonna be sitting here for a while listening to Sola's background info. A memory of our mistake. Many achievements for all of these, too. There's an ad starting soon, so I'll wait to read the next one. Not getting any codec stuff for any of this, huh? Interesting. Oh, man, we're gonna view all these past memories, these past regrets Solus has, and then go talk to him about why's out. That's gonna be interesting. Alright.
You dare to try to cage us, jealous of our growing power!
You will pay the final price for this betrayal.
We warned you not to use the Blight. For this, and for Mythal, I sentence you to sleep in exile ever after. Your own lives will form the veil that keeps the horror you unleashed at bay.
Okay. So that's the form
So
of the
he
veil.
locked the gods away and created a veil between this world and the Fade. I mean, they were terrible, no question. But what he did, it didn't just stop them. It destroyed our culture, our world.
It wasn't just to stop them. It was to stop the Blight. We've seen how bad Elgar'nan and Gillenane are. Imagine all 7 corrupted gods running wild.
So he created the veil just to keep the elven gods locked in their prison?
Yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But was the creation of the veil around the world an accident?
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of a ritual going right.
What do you think, Rook?
Not me? I mean, he tried his best, I guess. So, okay. Going off what Nev said, the veil is probably only supposed to be for maybe a part of the world, or just, like, the god prison. Because now it's like, that's a ritual getting messed up. So maybe he didn't mean to, like, fuck up the entire world, but it went that way anyway. I don't know, he did his best.
Honestly, looking at this memory, I think I'm with Solus here.
Even as he destroyed our people's world, locked away who we were,
our gods were using the Blight. I think the Elven Empire was burning down one way or another. And it's clear he wishes he'd done it differently. That's why he's ashamed of this memory.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solus trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a palace? Fancier than what I've seen in Arlethan, at least.
And then, the Magisters were lured into the Fade. They broke in, which let the Blight escape, and turned the Golden City black.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of their mistakes. What's wrong?
Oh,
Grace?
the Maker.
It's just... the Chant of Light says that the Maker built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation. But if the Golden City was an ancient elven palace, then the Maker didn't build it. The elves did. The Chant of Light is Andraste's visions from the Maker, but it sounds like it's wrong.
You're asking if we just disproved the entire Andrastian faith.
Yeah.
Did we?
I mean, to be fair, the Chantry gets a lot of shit wrong, a lot of the time. Like how Andraste viewed her human husband who betrayed her. Everyone says he was, like, super evil, Andraste hated him, the Maker hated him, yada yada yada. And then we find those statues, and it was the Origins DLC? Or expansion? Where it's just like, no, Andraste forgave him for his betrayal. I mean, you could say the Maker did exist, it's just maybe he was an elven mage, an elven god. You know? That's what it's sounding more like to me. It's like, yeah, the Maker still exists, it's just, he's not what people originally thought, he's just elven. Chantry has been kind of sketched from the post-moments of the first game, right? Because everyone has different interpretations of the chant. It's like the Bible we have, right? In, like, Christianity as a whole. Everyone's got their own views on it. You're going based off of things written, like, thousands of years ago. Or hundreds of years ago. I can't remember how old the Chantry is in Origins. But, like, you don't have the original text anymore, and it's not like you can go around asking Andraste how things went down, right? She's dead. She's been dead for a while, so... Do you not give a personal view regarding belief in the Maker? Oh, I'm choosing my religious background, I guess. I wish there was an option just to be like, yeah, the Maker exists, he's just an elf. Just put aside the matter, just push it off to the side. I just say the lessons are what matter, like the good lessons, not the whole, like, you know, holy war shit the chant has and the bully mages bullshit. But the, like, be kind to your fellow people or whatever. You know, the nicer things about the chant.
Lace, I don't think you'll ever fully know whether the Chant of Light is literally true or not. What matters is that, in its better moments, the Chantry encourages people to be kind and help each other.
What do we tell the Chantry about this? Do we tell them about this?
People are already questioning because of Elganon and Gillinane. It hasn't stopped them believing.
I feel like
I guess people need that comfort.
The Chantry would throw a fucking fit
even if
we
some
told
parts
them,
of it
so let's
aren't
not.
totally true.
The Dalish clans are struggling with the same thing. What do we keep? What do we lose?
The Elven Gods, the Maker. No matter who you light a candle to, you've got some hard questions to ask yourself right now.
Doctrine is not the truth. It is one of many paths to the truth.
I recognize the sentiment, though not the specific quote. Who said that?
My mother.
Questions of faith
Todd.
aside, we have some very real gods that still need killing.
True.
Looks like there are 3 more of these murals with the Dreadwolf's old memories. Wonder what else he's hiding.
The Chantry would likely implode knowing half of what we know. Right. Because any other time we found, like, truthful things that you can tell the Chantry about in the old games, something horrible always ends up happening after that. Like, I think of the documents you find in the Hall of Ashes, where you find Andraste's ashes, right? That you can give to that one Chantry lady in Denerim. That causes issues in the Chantry. I think it causes some division. You know, whether or not you let Brother TV tell people about Andraste's ashes, too, can also cause issues. Starting a Chantry in Orzammar, like that one dwarf wanted to, leads to, like, a holy war, more or less, or almost a holy war, one of the two. Yeah, I like Tasha's take, right, yeah. Though there's also a chance, you know, we tell, like, the Divine, because it would be going to the Divine, which I think the Divine is... I can't remember who they said it was. I think it's Liliana. It depends on, like, what version of Liliana is ruling as Divine right now, because how Inquisition is, when you have her as Divine, you can have her be more strict, where she's, like, do whatever it takes at any cost to, like, do Chantry stuff, so, like, full assassin kind of deal. She takes all her stuff from being Spy Master very seriously. Or if she's, like, more nice and, like, kind about things. They could also just do, like, what Orzammar does, and it's like, oh, you told us something, like, truthful, something new about our history, we're gonna ignore it, pretend it doesn't exist. Like Orzammar does with the Titans.
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides, this talk of taking on a solid form. I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Delirium gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit. I need your wisdom, Solus, to withstand the louder voices who would go too far like Elganon. I need you.
This is madness. You must know that. I will always follow where you go.
What?
This is astounding. The ancient elves were spirits who voluntarily manifested a physical form.
I'd rather go back to talking about the Blight.
Hey, Lucanus. Could Spite turn into an elf?
No.
Sorry, but... What?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense given how the world used to be before the Veil. existed, right? That they'd be more... Because the whole world essentially was magic in the Fade. Then. So it makes sense they're more spirit than physical beings.
We hid the truth for as long as we could, but yeah. Balara Davrin and I have secretly been spirits this whole time.
Not funny.
I don't know. Sounds
it's a
like
little
something
funny.
a rage demon would say.
You're going to confuse Tosh.
What? I wasn't listening. There weren't any dragons in this one.
To be clear, this memory only shows that the first elves originated from spirits. You three are no more spirits than anyone else conceived naturally.
Conceived naturally? Guess I'll go ask my mother.
The knowledge that an
Right.
entire people were formed from a mass manifestation could change our entire understanding of magic.
If we let it out, is that the right call? Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are demons?
Davrin's got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
Yeah. People already hated the elves well before the gods showing up and trying to destroy the world, especially with Blight. I don't think we should bring this up to anyone. Not
The world learned
anytime
about
soon.
this, and it led to attacks against elves.
Elves have enough trouble as it is down in Ferelden.
We have to tell someone, though. Strife and Ireland, at least.
If I told Thea and Viago, they'd think I was sampling Viago's poison collection. No one would believe us.
Okay.
Right.
We keep this to people we trust who have good reason to know. No shouting it from the rooftops.
Agreed. The Morn Watch has a great deal of experience keeping dangerous secrets.
So, beyond the world-shaking stuff, what else did we learn here? Solus himself was a spirit.
What kind do you think he was?
Well, his name is Elvin for pride.
Oh, that's
okay.
not surprising.
There's something else. Not about spirits, or not all about them at least. Solus didn't want to become a person with a physical body.
Right. He only agreed after Mathal begged him.
Then that's his regret. He wishes he'd never taken physical form.
Maybe, but not just that. Solus was scared. They built their bodies out of lyrium, and it made the ground shake.
Oh. The Titans, yeah.
You think the ground shaking was the Titans?
It makes sense, doesn't it? Something was hurting them, taking their blood.
So they struck back, like we'd swat a stinging bug.
The first memory we saw, with Elganon seizing power, it happened at the end of a war.
A war between the Titans and the elves.
And we just saw how it started.
It feels like we still don't have the full picture. But I think that's part of what Solus regrets. He didn't see the danger.
Except he did. He was worried, you said it yourself.
He did it for Mithal. Everything that followed, he could have prevented, if he just told her no.
Then he's got a war on his conscience. Plus, whatever we find next.
So the elves got their bodies from lyrium, which angered the Titans, which led to a war. So you could assume... I'm thinking of Harding's question when we did her quest just now, the Oracle, what happened to the Titans? I guess now we know. They were most likely, most if not all of them, killed by the elves.
Have you created what we need?
With this, the proper ritual will sunder every Titan from its spirit. But you must know those severed dreams will certainly be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger. It is awful. what we're doing.
Oh.
And the only way to end this war.
That's how the blade was made. Oh.
Solus made the weapon that killed the Titans. No, not killed. He cut away their dreams and left them broken and mindless. He passed me in the halls of Skyhold for a year. He made polite conversation, and he knew. He knew what he did.
I knew Solus was dangerous. We had to stop him from tearing down the Veil. But to do this? He made a weapon that destroyed an entire race. How could he even think of doing that?
The Titans were the size of mountains. I doubt the elves were winning their fight. He considered this the cost of saving his people.
Fear and guilt make people do stupid things.
To do such a thing. No wonder regret eats away at Solus.
No, it's worse than that. That isn't what Solus regrets. Those severed dreams will be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger.
Mierda.
You can't. That's not possible.
When a warden hears the calling, it's like a song in their mind. Sound familiar to you, Lace?
The song of Lyrium. Of the Titans.
We think of the Blight as this monstrous force with no mercy, no compassion. Evil incarnate. Instead, it's a caged animal. Mistreated and imprisoned for centuries. Until all it knows is fear.
Yeah, Solus and Mythal created the blade. This is all their fault! Everything! Literally every game. It's all his fault. Oh my god. The Titans locked away, I guess, like, dreams and emotions, or the blade. That is crazy. There's... Out of all the important lore bits, they're just throwing everything at you in Veilguard, it seems. Like, everything from the past games is being answered, more or less, I guess. Solus is a hypocrite.
In all my talks with him, Solus hates the Blight more than anything. Even more than Elganon. But it wasn't hatred. It was guilt. He knew this could happen, and he still didn't stand up to Mythal and stop it.
Each of these memories has been a deeper regret, and almost all of them involve Mythal.
Only one mural left to uncover by my count.
And so, I'm going
if
for...
we find it, we'll see what's worse than this.
I'm still thinking about it. They talk about Mythal being killed by the gods, but what if it was just a god? Well, I mean, Solus doesn't call himself that, but I'm still like, what if it was Solus? What if that's the big reveal? Yep. I knew it. Fucking knew it.
I knew that you would find me soon enough. You need the power of a god. The strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evanuris will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
While the prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the Veil and bring back immortality to all the Elven people? They deserve it.
The Elven people of today do
Oh
not
no,
deserve
this
to
is
see
later.
the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
This is the end of Inquisition.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
As am I, old friend.
I guess he kills her a second time, technically. Like, fully kills her.
Solus killed Mythal? After all that? Is this another memory from a different time?
No. He wore that same outfit in the Inquisition. We knew Solus woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as always.
Yep, same as always.
All these memories are about Solus being sad that he was right and nobody else could see it. He was right about how becoming elves would lead to war with the Titans, but Mythal wouldn't listen.
He was right that using the dagger on the Titans was evil, but Mythal wouldn't listen.
He was so proud when he imprisoned the other gods. Finally, he got to prove that he was right, and they were wrong.
Then he wakes up in our time and finds out he was wrong. The elves have nothing. The Blight's a constant threat.
And Mythal's alive, somehow. But she still won't listen.
But this time he'll show her, no matter what it takes.
So, how does everything we know help us now?
He's being honest about fighting the Blight. Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
Yeah.
He turned on Mythal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
True.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the Veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mythal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Elgernon is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Oh, so talk
Solus
shit.
thinks
Got
he
it.
knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
Right. Yeah, okay.
The bad news is that the god of lies and trickery is almost definitely preparing to betray us. The good news is that we've gone through his dirty laundry.
So, we know his motivations. You think we can set a trap of our own?
That's the hope.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller, almost to its end.
Almost? How can there be more?
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted. Speak with your visitor. She awaits you in the crossroads.
There's more? Well, today might just be like learning about Solus. I don't even think we're gonna get to like why subs. A visitor in the crossroads, you say? Do you think it'll be like some spirit or like remnant of Mythal or something? Exposition dump stream, yay? Yeah, I guess. I wasn't fully expecting this. I know we were collecting like little memory fragments with the wolf statues. I didn't think it'd be learning all of this right now, though.
Well met, Rook.
Hi, Morrigan. Not who I was expecting. Though, you are Flemeth's daughter, so maybe a remnant of Mythal. Somehow.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Illuvians in general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dreadwolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
I don't know. It could be spirits or elven magic? Spirits.
So, if Mythal was originally a spirit, maybe that's how she survived her body's death.
Very good.
Oh,
Mythal
yay.
was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again she was struck down, on this occasion by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
Remember. I don't think she'd, like, inherit the memories with all directly from Flemeth. So I wonder if, like, they bring up that well in Inquisition, right? I wonder if, their lore thing is Morrigan drank from the well. Which the well is probably, like, Mythal's memories.
If your Mythal returned in Morrigan, we need your help with fighting the gods.
And here I am, as you may notice. But there is something I must make clear.
What
What?
was with the spooky whisper?
That was like how Elganon and Gillinan can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you, then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
I mean, it's because of the Flemeth stuff, right?
So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
Sounds strange.
This isn't the strangest thing I've heard, but it's close.
'Tis difficult to describe, even now. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mythal's and of those who bore her.
So, Flemeth and all of her daughters before her. Flemeth felt the regret. That means Morrigan was obviously the favorite. Over the, the decades, centuries.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories.
Oh, so not
At
as
the time,
awkward.
I thought
Yeah.
Solus a scowling elven apostate whose
Generational
sole
trauma,
passion was
yeah.
finding arguments.
Ugh.
He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon? Or Solus?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
Oh!
And what about
The one that killed the
Solus?
Titans.
You may
too.
recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim
Stagger
her
just
godly
killed
might
everything.
as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right.
Alright, okay. We're not gonna ask why she's in Elven, because that doesn't really matter.
You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes. The Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
The good question. I mean, I don't know if I really feel that sorry for Solus at this point. Like, our last conversation we had with all our companions, right? It's like, everything was someone else's fault. More or less. Oh, Mythal didn't listen to me. Mythal still went after the Titans, yada yada. Like, he feels he can do no wrong kind of deal. Even when he is in the wrong. Or does something wrong. Like, he's trying to do good, but in the worst ways possible?
Solus talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Oh. I don't like that. I don't know. That's a lot of responsibility.
If that's what it takes.
Such determination. Have you not even a tremor of doubt?
Wouldn't do me any good.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads.
Oh,
I
more
can open the way
crossroads
for you.
things?
Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Wait, I'm sorry, survive the encounter? Wait, Morrigan, what does that mean? Yeah, survive the encounter! Wait a
All of
second.
that sounded great until survive the encounter.
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mathal as a
Oh,
god.
great.
She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gillenane, or against the Dreadwolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
Yeah, I guess I'll see what I can do.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
There is one more thing, if I may. Something whispered not by myself, but Mathal. The elves have learned many of the glories and horrors of ancient Elvenon. Yet your people live in this world now as the old elves never could. Know it as they could not. There is your strength. 'Tis why you shall surpass what came before one day.
Did Mathal see this?
Is it a prediction?
A hope from a mother to her distant children, no less beloved than any before them.
So yeah, Mathal doesn't want things to go back to the old ways. That's reassuring that one of the nicer gods, you know, cares about us now. As we are now. Yeah, thank you, Morrigan. I'm gonna go see. We're like only level 32. I have a feeling this fight's gonna be worse than the dragon we fought here. But I'm gonna go see how bad it potentially is.
A god's fragment, sharper than the whole. Prevail, or be sundered completely.
I'm also gonna go see if, like, because Mathal's whole deal was being able to turn into a dragon. If it's yet another dragon enemy,
Getting close to where Morrigan said that other fragment of Mathal was.
I might, you know, load and have Tosh here to, like, actually fight a dragon with, for once, you know?
That has to be her.
Will this be a conversation with words or knives?
Guess we'll find out.
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. I never again expected to see my children in the Dreadwolf's crossroads. And you know who I am.
Mathal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanuris, if this can be called surviving. Solas. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Have you come to seek the blessing of your god? Or did you come to ask your god to sacrifice herself to help you defeat the monsters Elganon and Gillenane have become?
Well, I was hoping for help.
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world, and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
Ooh, okay.
We saw Solas's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree twisting to catch the sun. You wish for my help? Convince me. Make your case, and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against Elganon and Gillenane. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version. It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
So we have the potential to talk our way out of this and get her aid. What would convince Mythal to help me? I bring up the gods, she's like, well, whatever the fuck. Did she hate the Blight as much as Solus? Stop the Blight. She thought it was a danger as well, the Blight. Yeah, I'm going for it.
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the Blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solus defeated them.
And?
Feels like a pop quiz. Yeah. Alright, let me... And the Blight is your fault, therefore you should help me. Yeah?
And
guilt trip
the Blight
her
only
somehow.
happened because of what you did. You need to fix your mistake.
My mistake? I saved lives and ended a war, you petulant child. Your words are weak. Prove your worth or
Oh, I guess we're fighting. That was not a good option. She did not like me talking shit. And of course she becomes a dragon. Alright. Hold on. Ugh. I gotta let it play out before I can load.
Everyone get ready.
Of course, she had to turn into a dragon.
Right, of course yeah, she is a dragon. Which autosave would it be? There's also, okay, just in case we get another bad dialogue option. Who else do I have, like... Let me look at gear for people. Yeah, well... Nope, yeah, keep that around. And, Tosh. Alright. We'll see again with, like, dialogue choices, but I feel like regardless, it's gonna probably be fight. Or it's just loading me here at the dragon. Alright, that's fine.
Everyone get ready.
Level 45. She's lower level than the blighted dragon we fought here in the Crossroads.
Watch yourself.
zoom in every time the dragon goes up there. I get it.
Patch up.
There we go.
We have it. The essence of Mythal, the Protector.
I heard legends about her when I was growing up. And now?
It burns just being near it. But this is the power we need to finish this.
Great. So what do we do with it?
I think the moment is coming. When we can turn the tide.
Oh, this is I guess, alternate ending kind of deal? Is what I'm getting from this. Unique amulet, pale reflection. Plus 20% damage versus enemies with low health. Standard enemies are now always considered to have low health. Being an enemy grants 5% ultimate. She saw their weak hearts and struck them down. So basically, you do more damage versus anything that isn't a boss. Sure, why not? This is stuff we already kind of know about. Yeah. Miscellaneous. I guess that's it for now. use it when the time is right. So yeah, that's probably like it affects the ending in some way. You can get a different ending, I assume. Let me look around. Anyone here? Harding wants to talk. I'll go with that, and then I don't want to start. I feel like talking to Solus, but also, if it's anything like, you know, coming back from getting Davrin as Grey Warden, right? Talking to Solus will probably lead to us going to Weishaupt to deal with the siege, the Darkspawn stuff. So I don't want to do that, because I did say at the start of stream I was going to do shorter stream today, because I'm doing, like, Thanksgiving cooking a week early, just so, like, my roommates have more people to cook for, so I always let them have, like, essentially the actual holiday and, like, the days before and stuff for that.
Offer, Dweller.
So I need to make pies today, a little in advance, and then tomorrow I won't be streaming because I'm doing, like, the full, like, cooking stuff, the turkey and everything. Alright, let's go. Oh, what are you guys talking about, by the way? What are you doing? Just hanging out?
This is actually not too bad.
For what?
Getting rid of evidence. After an assassination, some clients don't want a body hanging around. Too many questions.
You just dump it out here in the Fade?
Who would ever know?
I would.
That can be dealt with.
Here's the part where I back away slowly.
Threaten Davrin.
Hey, Hassan.
Who would ever know? The spirits would know Lucanus. And if you got someone like Emmerich that can talk to, like, spirits or whatever, then we still have a problem.
Hey, Harding.
Oh, Rook, hi. Is there something you need?
No, just checking in.
Balara made snacks. Seems like you could use one. And food always makes me feel better.
I could use some cheering up, actually.
It's Solus's memory, isn't it?
They stole Titan blood to walk the world like humans. And when the Titans didn't like that, they just took their spirits. Should I be angry or sad? Why aren't I angrier? It's a lot to handle.
Yeah. Oh, hold on real quick. I'm gonna snooze that ad that's coming up. Because I'll be probably ending stream after talking to Harding. You don't need that. Yeah, there's no right way to feel at the moment. I can't tell you how to feel.
There's really no right way to feel. You've been through a lot.
You're right. Maybe I just need time. And a snack. It's strange. I don't hate Solus for this, even though a part of me thinks I should. I don't even want revenge. We have to stop him. Too much is at stake. We all know that. The Inquisitor, you. I know it's not about the past. It's about the future. But I just want to talk. As equals. I wonder if he's even capable. Solus was always distant. Guess it's hard to react when a magic rock's talking at you. Anyway, thanks for checking on me. I'll be alright.
I know. You're Lace Harding, child of Titans. You can handle anything.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah. sure it'll be fine. Alright. And with that, I think, yeah, I'm gonna end stream there, guys. So just, you know, again, short stream today because of things I gotta do, no stream tomorrow. It'll be, like, canceled in the stream schedule as well on Twitch. And, I think I have it canceled on Discord and also put something on YouTube for anyone who watches over there. But, yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out stream and hanging out. I always appreciate it. If you missed any part of the stream today and would like to catch up, all the previous streams will be up on my YouTube channel. Links to that in the About Me section for you guys on Twitch. And I brought it up very early on stream, but I'll bring it up again for you guys on here. I'll be cutting the highlight and putting it on YouTube as well. But after I'm done with Dragon Age Veilguard, I'm probably not going to be streaming anymore, just because, I don't know, it's been a little stressful and, like, taxing. I explained all of this at the start of stream, so, like, I'll, you know, clip that, cut that for anyone who wants to listen, but, yeah. I'll finish the playthrough of this game, but I'm not gonna be coming back to streaming after that. For some, like, mainly it's just, like, personal reasons, like, I have a lot I need to do, like, around the house and stuff like that, that I just feel like I can't do if I'm, like, dedicating myself to, like, always streaming. And it's, like, hard to do, like, like, life balancing things, essentially, like, doing what I need to do while also doing what I want to do, which is streaming, especially since I live with roommates. I'm, like, confined to, like, sharing an office with my husband, etc. If you want to hear my, like, full thing about that, the highlight will be, like, put on YouTube. But, yeah, I mean, thank you guys all for, like, watching, like, up to this point. There's a chance, you know, it'd probably be years from now that I might come back, but it's like, I don't expect you guys to wait around for that. It's been fun. Like, I enjoyed hanging out with you all, and, like, being able to even get this far. And it's also, you know, this isn't the first time where, like, I've had to stop streaming due to life reasons. Like, I started streaming way back in, like, what, 2014, maybe 2016? Somewhere around there, back when I was in college, and had to stop for years because I moved, like, across the state. And I just didn't have the setup. I didn't have the means to stream. So, yeah, that's why the, like, Discord link is there for, like, anyone who wants to, like, keep in touch, even though I'm, like, no longer streaming kind of deal. But yeah, I appreciated all of you, and I will still be around for, like, you know, Veilguard. So we still got a few streams to go. You gotta do you, yeah? It's like, you know, life happens. I was always doing streaming more as, like, a fun hang out with other people thing, not, like, trying to make a living off of it anyway, so it's a little sad to, like, let it go, but, you know, not, like, a major loss. But yeah, thank you again, guys, for hanging out, and I'll be back Thursday for more of Dragon Age. I looked up time. I have, like, what? We've got, like, 38 hours into this. Apparently, like, a full playthrough doing everything is, like, 50 to 70, so I'll be, you know, still be doing streams for a while. So, yeah. But, yeah, have a good evening, everyone. Bye.